And so here's the structure. Very, very simple. Twink. So do not laugh at my drawing. I am challenged for sure when I'm drawing with a mouse. So here's our opt-in. And we'll have our little form here to get their information. And then from that form, what's going to happen is they're going to get emails. And of course, the first email they're going to get is an email to confirm their email address, right? So we have to confirm. Confirm. And once they do that, they'll actually be sent to the next page. And this is an email. Let's see, email confirmation page. That is hard to write all the way out. But yay me, I get an A+. And then from here, this triggers this email confirmation. Once they confirm, this is going to trigger the entire email sequence. So whatever you have in your sequence, they're going to start getting emails like right away based on what you created in your email sequence. So we'll do like that.
So Shelly, so basically in that confirmation email, you should be, they click a link on that confirmation email and then they go to the confirmation email page, correct?
That's exactly it. So what's going to happen first is they'll opt in and they'll be immediately sent to the email confirmation page. And that email confirmation page will say, hey, go confirm your email. And this confirmation link is already sent out.
Okay,
then
so that page tells them that go to the email, correct?
That's exactly it.
All right.
And then from this page, once they confirm, they click that link, they end up going to that, no, not to that page. No, let me erase that. Hold on. There we go, eraser. And then from when they click on this link, it will take them to another page that I'll show you in just a few minutes. So let me go back to my page. Oh, there we go. Great. So from here, they'll actually end up, well, they won't go that way. Let me erase. I want to make this perfect for you guys. We have another page that they'll go to. I'm going to draw it right here. And this is going to be the thank you page. So we've got this lovely little thank you page right here. And guess what? The only way to get to it is to actually click the link right here. And it will take you straight to that page. Okay? And this is where you can put the button for their download. All right, so that's what we're going to build today. Is we're going to build an opt-in page. We're going to do a confirmation email page. We're going to do a thank you page. And then we're going to connect all of that to Mailing Boss so that it all works just exactly like this. So this is a lead magnet funnel. And the reason we're going to call it a lead magnet funnel is because on the opt-in page, I'm going to give away something like a book or something right here. Okay, so to get the book, they have to opt in. And then once they opt in, they're going to get an email confirmation link. And they're going to be sent to this page to remind them, hey, check your email. And then once they check their email and they click yes, they'll go whoop all the way over here. And they'll go to the thank you page. And their thank you page has the download button. And I think I want to change one more thing on this to make it as accurate as possible. I'm going to change this arrow. And I'm going to actually do this to this right here. So once they confirm, then it will trigger all those emails. So this page does not really trigger. It's the clicking the confirm that triggers it. Okay?
Cool.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and start with a blank page, you guys, because I want you to see me doing everything clearly. And so I'm just going to start blank. So it's not going to be pretty. It's just going to be functional. Okay? So I've started with a blank website, and the first thing I'm going to do is click that save button. And I'm going to go ahead and save it as lead magnet funnel training, lead magnet funnel training. And then I'm going to click send and then save. And now this bad boy is saved and ready to go. So I can start building. So let's go back and see what we have to build. So I have to build an opt-in page, an email confirmation page, and a thank you page. So let's start with the opt-in page. That sounds good. So I'm going to go here, and here's my default layout. So I'm going to click in here to see what I got. I have one page that's called the home page. And if I click that gear, it tells me that the name is home, the address is home, the title of the page we don't have. So we'll just type in opt-in, and I'm just going to change all of these to opt-in so we can see very clearly what they are. So opt-in, 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 and click save. So now that's called the opt-in page. Now I'm just going to create another blank page. And to do that, I'm going to make it so simple. I'm going to just click right here on the gear, and I'm going to go duplicate and confirm. And now I've got a copy. So in here, I'm going to go ahead and change the name of it to email confirmation, email confirmation, and email confirmation. Ta-da! Easy peasy. So I got the next blank page. And now I need one more page, the thank you page. So I'm going to click the gear, click duplicate, and confirm. And now I have my third page, and I'm just going to name it crazy, I know, thank you. There we go, and click save. So hot diggity dog, we have 3 pages, exactly what we need. So now I'm going to start labeling each of the pages so I remember what they are when I land on them, because right now they're all blank, they all say nothing, and they all look the same. So I'm going to start with the opt-in page, and all I'm going to do there is click plus and go to text, and I'm going to click that first one, that H1 text. I'm going to double click in there and then triple click in there, and I'm going to call this the opt-in page. And I'll center it for good measure, and then center it again for good measure. So can anybody tell me, for a gold star sticker, why am I not putting that up in the header? Why don't I just put this up here in the header?
That will show you all the pages.
Show every header on that page in that layout.
Yay! Woohoo! Gold star sticker to everybody. Yes, it's so good. That's exactly why, because if I put it up in the header, then all of those pages would say opt-in page, wouldn't they? Because every page in this layout gets the same header and the same footer. So I don't want to put it up in the footer or in the header, because every page would say opt-in page, and that would really be confusing. So we want it in the body. So good job, you guys. I'm so proud of you. That's so exciting. All right, so we've got our opt-in page labeled, and I'm going to click the page icon, go into the layout, and I'm going to go to email confirmation. And I'm just going to do the same thing, but I'm going to show you a trick, which is a really cool trick. I'm going to go back to that opt-in page, right? And do you see where this says opt-in? I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to copy and paste to make an extra copy. And I am going to put it up in the header, just like that. What that does is it now puts a text element inside the header. And if I go over to the email confirmation page, it's actually up there. I'm just going to click on it, copy it and paste it and bring it down. And now all I have to do is type in the new word. There we go. So that was really fast, right? So it's still up there, but I have another page to do. So I'm going to go to page and pages, and I'm going to click the thank you page. And this is the last one that I need that on. So I'm just going to click and drag it down and then rename it thank you. So that is a really fast way to copy elements from one page to another that are in the same layout. So if you've got an image that you want to use on another page and it's in the same layout, you can just dump it on the header and then go to that page and pull it off the header. And that's an easy way to transfer images or elements from one page to the next. So does everybody understand that? That's huge. If you're not doing that already, this is going to save you a lot of headache. It's great. So anyway, let's jump back in. And so I've got all my pages labeled, and now I'm just going to go save and save again, because save is my friend. So now let's go back to our opt-in page. So I'm going to go all the way back to the beginning, opt-in page. And we need to come up with an opt-in form that we want to add to the page. So we need some type of form that the user is going to fill out. So I'm just going to go to the plus sign, and I'm going to go down here to the email marketing form, and I'm going to click that. And there's lots of email marketing forms you can choose from. You can choose any one of them because they're all customizable. You can change the appearance to whatever colors you want, whatever designs you want. It is crazy how customizable this is. But I'm just going to be non-creative, and I'm going to choose the first one. And so now I've got my opt-in form in there. And again, I've made a pretty big change. So I'm going to go to save and then save again. So we've created our pages. We've got the opt-in form here. We'll connect it to Mailing Boss, but the first thing we need to do is actually create our Mailing Boss. So I'm dashboard for Builderall, and I'm just going to go into Mailing Boss. And when I do, it takes me to this page. I click it again, and I go straight into Mailing Boss. And I'm going to show you the fastest way to create a subscriber list. We're not going to really worry about the welcome emails or email sequences because all I'm going for in this training is to make sure you get the confirmation email. So what I'm going to do is just create a really fast subscriber list. So I'm going to go create the lead magnet funnel training. And I just can't spell. Apparently my tooth is hurting so much that I have lost the ability to spell. So there we go, new subscriber list. And I just named it the same thing as the display name and the description. And now I'm just going to go to continue. And in here, I have the same information, the name, the display name, the description. This is really important right here. What kind of opt-in and opt-out do you want? You definitely want a double opt-in. That's what we're building here is a double opt-in list. Remember, single opt-in is going to get you a bunch of fake names like wonderwoman@dccomics.com. And you don't want fake names because you want a good deliverability rate and you want a good open rate. So you're going to always do double opt-in, and that's how we're building this funnel. And then the opt-out, you can decide if you want them to do one action to opt out of your list or two actions. I want to make it easier on my person. One action is fine for me if they want to opt out of my list. I have no problems with that. And then it asks for tags. We don't have any tags in this one. That is an advanced training, and that will be coming up when we do automation and segmentation. And I rock on that training. So let's go ahead and go to next. So the next step in creating my subscriber list, guys, is to actually choose the fields that I want in my opt-in form. Now, email field is automatically created for you. You don't have a choice in that. That is mandatory. But then all the rest you can choose. I'm going to go ahead and choose to add the first name field because I want to collect their first name and I want to collect their email. So those are the two that I want for my subscriber list. And once I do that, I'm going to go ahead and click Save Changes. And now it's going to go ahead and give me a copy of the subscribe confirm email. This is what happens when you have a double opt-in list, is this email goes out the very first thing and says, hey, don't forget to click here to confirm your subscription. You have the ability to edit that however you want to edit. But I want to caution you, do not remove the click here and do not remove these tags because they're important. Now, the only one that I would actually remove would be the list name. I would manually type in what the name of the list was because I don't want them to know lead magnet training test list or something like that. And that's what it'll put there. So you can remove that tag and put whatever name you want or whatever information you want there. But the subscribe URL has to be there. The company name has to be there. By CAN-SPAM laws in the USA, you have to have the company name information. I usually blow right through this because it's fine for me. I'm not too particular about it. And I'm going to click Save and Next. So the next thing that pops up is the pending subscribe. This is another, this is a page that goes out, and it will, if you click that confirm link and you haven't set up in the opt-in form where you want them to go when they click that confirm link, it will go to this butt ugly page right here. So I'm going to show you how to bypass that butt ugly page and actually make a really nice page. So again, I just blow through this one and click Save and Next. And then in the next screen, it takes us to another email. That's the unsubscribed confirmation email. So when they unsubscribe, this email shows up and they have to click to be able to unsubscribe from your list. So it's if they have a double opt-out, this is going to pop up in their email and they're going to have to click it in order to unsubscribe. I just blow through that one. Doesn't have to be pretty. And then the welcome email, this is the stock, S-T-O-C-K, the stock email. This is the one that you can set to go out as the welcome email, but it's in a really wacky place. I hate this welcome email with a purple passion. So I never edit this welcome email. By default, it is off and you have to manually go in and turn it on, which is great. So I don't even mess with this one. I just blow through it. And then it takes us to our subscriber list overview page. This is the overview page that shows us what all we can do with this subscriber list. I have one more thing to do to make sure this is organized for me in a way that I can add it to my website. And that is to go to the fields area. If you remember, I had two fields. I had the first name and the email. So if I click in this fields area, when you take a look, it's got it in the wrong diggly dang darn order. It's got email first, and then it's got first name. And I hate that it does that. So I'm going to change the order. And you do that by going here at sort order. I'm going to call the email number 2 and the first name as number 1. That way it will reorder them for me. And then I also need to make sure that not only is email required, but I want to require them to give me a first name as well. So I'm going to set it to required. So those are the two things I need to do on this screen, and then I can go down and click Save Changes. And now, believe it or not, I'm ready. I can actually add it to my website. So let's go ahead and jump in. And I'm going to save my changes to make sure, because save is my friend. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually right click and I'm going to go to configure. And I can choose any one of these autoresponders to connect to. But of course, I'm the Builderall Diva. We're going to go with Mailing Boss. And it checks my keys, makes sure everything is connected, and then gives me a list of all of my subscriber lists that I have. And of course, I'm going to add them to the lead magnet funnel subscriber list. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. And now it's actually ready to take opt-ins. And I want you to notice first name is first and then email. If I had not changed the sort order in Mailing Boss, it would have shown email first and then first name. And for some reason, that just chaps my hide. So I always want to flip it because I want first name first and email. That's just the way I am. So then the next thing I need to do is I need to configure where we're going to go after we do the opt-in form. Because right now, if I fill this out, it's going to go to that butt ugly stock page that says, you know, congratulations, now go check your email. And it's ugly. I'm not kidding. So I don't want it to go to that page. I want it to go to a page that I made. So I'm going to set it that way. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to go to change URL. And in here, I've got 3 options. The first option is pending subscribe. What that means is what page do I want to send them to if they have subscribed, but they haven't confirmed yet, all right? That would be the email confirmation page. So I'm going to click no action and I'm going to go to the page and I'm going to choose email confirmation and then okay. So we've got that figured out. Now, where do I want them to go once they officially confirm their subscription? Well, you know, they'll get their email and they'll click on that link. Where do I want them to go? I want them to go to the thank you page, right? That's where I want them to go. So I'm going to click no action and I'm going to choose the thank you page and then okay. And then the last one, unsubscribe. Where do I want them to go if they unsubscribe? Well, I could create an unsubscribe page and I could say something like, gosh, we hate to see you go. Can you fill out this form to let us know why you're leaving us? Blah, 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 blah. I'm actually going to cheat. I'm just going to send them back to the home page so they can opt in again if they want to.
Send them a gift on they want to unsubscribe. Here is a gift before you go.
There you go. You can do that as well. I'm too lazy to create a new page for you guys. So I'm just going to do it the cheater way. And when they click unsubscribe, I'm going to send them back to the opt-in page because I know they made a mistake. Nobody would leave one of my lists. So I'm going to send them back to the opt-in page so they can opt in again if they want to. So I'm going to click confirm and confirm again. And now actually my opt-in page is done. I don't have to do anything else with my opt-in page. It's that easy. Okay. I did a lot. So I'm going to click save because save is my friend. And now I can work on the next page, which is the email confirmation page. So I'm going to just click here and click the arrow, go to my email confirmation page. And now I get to add email confirmation information. And this is actually really, I think we have email confirmation banners. And the one thing I'm not doing, you guys, is putting banners in here. Let me do that really quick because I really need to do that. I'll go back to the home page and let me build this using banners. Yes, and banners and banner. That's good. And I'll change the banner to white because I can. Here we go. Some colors and white. And the reason I use banners is because it helps to organize things much better on your page. So all I did was drag these items and drop them on the banner, and now they're attached to the banner. Then I can right click it and center, right click it and center. And then I'm just going to drag the banner up, and now that banner is ready to go. So banners help to organize your page a lot better, and it creates sections in your page so that you can work on it section by section. So it'll be just a lot easier on you if you use banners. The way it usually works is you go banners, and then you can put boxes, and then you can put elements inside the boxes to organize things. So let me go ahead and save what I did there. And I got a weird, funky message about the opt-in form, so I'm going to check that. So I'm going to go to change URL, make sure everything is set there. So I've got email confirmation page, thank you page, and then sending them back to opt-in. So I'm happy there. And then I'm going to right-click and make sure it's still configured to go to Mailing Boss. And it is right there. All right, so I'm going to click save and save again. And hopefully that one's all saved for us, so we're done. Now we're really going to go to the next page. So I'm going to go to the email confirmation page. There we go. And again, I didn't put banners in here, so I'm going to go ahead and drop a banner in. So I'm going to go to banner and banner. And then again, I'm just going to change the color, make it easy, make it white. And I'll drag it down, drop that on there, and then drag it up, and it's ready to go. So on this one, I need to figure out what I want to do, what message do I want to send about email confirmation, right? And so all we have to do is just do a couple of text boxes really quick. So I'm going to go to plus and text, and we'll put the smaller one. And in here, I'll say, let's see, triple click. I'll say step 1, check your email. Yay me. That's easy peasy. And then I'll just copy that. And I'll say step 2. And I'll say click confirmation link. Here we go. And then one more, step 3. Welcome to the list. All right, so we got that just like that. And I would definitely spruce it up, right? I might add some graphics. I might make it look pretty. All we're doing right now is making it functional. And I'm going to go to the thank you page right there. Amy. And all I need to do on this page is just put a button for my product. So I'm going to go ahead and go to plus, and I'm going to go to button. And those of you that know me really well, you know which button I'm going to choose. So I'm going to go with that one. And I'm going to change the text to download. So download now. Fabulous. So now I have this magical button here, and I can set it so that it has my document that I want to give them. So I can set it to download an ebook, a PDF, just an Excel spreadsheet. There's a lot of things I can do. So let's go ahead and right click it and we'll go to action. And on action, I'm going to call it a document because I want them to download a document. So I'm going to click on it. And then right here, all I do is click file search. And it's going to work just like the digital file repository for my images, except for here, I'm going to actually put documents instead of images. And I can have any one of these file formats. So I can have a PNG, which is a picture, a JPEG, which is a picture, another format of JPEG, which is a picture, a GIF, a PDF document, a Word document, an Excel spreadsheet, a PowerPoint document, a text document, or you can upload a zip file and the maximum size can only be 10 megabytes. So I'm just going to go with this one that I've already uploaded. I'm going to click that bad boy and I'm going to click confirm. And then once it pulls it forward, I'm going to click OK. And now, believe it or not, anybody that lands on that page is going to be able to download that document. And I'm going to click save and save again. So the next step is, holy cow, how do we get to that thank you page?
Where did you get that download?
The button?
No, not the button, the page where you put all you had all your stuff on.
All right, so I went to right click and action. And then what you probably saw was this right here.
Yeah.
And then I clicked document. And then I chose my document from my digital file repository. And then I clicked OK. And I want you to notice what all you can do, Davita, because that's a really good question. Look at what all I can do with this button. I can make it start an email. I can send them to an outside web address that's outside of my website. I can make them download a document. I can send them to an anchor point. I can set up a payment through PayPal. I can do JavaScript code. So if they click this button, it activates the JavaScript. I can add a link to a Google Calendar event. I can send them to a page inside my website. I can open up a phone dialing system, and that's good for mobile. I can open up a pop-up. So if they click a button, a pop-up shows up. I can set it up so it pops up with a video. I can set up push notifications. So if I want to send out desktop notifications to people and I want them to subscribe to it, I can actually do that through push notifications. I can do a transition, meaning I can go from one page to the next, which creates a situation where you can create almost PowerPoint-like websites so that when you go and do presentations, you just pull up the website and click the button to go to the next page instead of having to navigate to the next page. This one's fabulous. And then, of course, checkout offer. If you have a specific offer that you want to do, you can set up the button and the button goes to the checkout. So lots of great stuff you can do. Anything that you right click and has an action has those actions, right?
So how do you upload your documents into that section where you show that you chose your document?
I clicked the word document and then all I did was click right here.
Yeah, but that's your document that you chose. But how do you upload it in here, right here in this box? Oh, upload button. I see. Okay, got it.
Yeah, it's the same exact way you do your images. Exactly the same. Okay.
Thank you. Yep.
You're welcome. All right, so now we got our thank you page. The next big, like $50 million question is, oh my gosh, how do we get them to get to the thank you page? Because everything we've built so far, we've got working, right? We got the opt-in going to the email confirmation page. We've got the opt-in sending out that confirmation, say, hey, here's where you got to click to confirm. But we don't have a way to actually get to the thank you page. And to get to the thank you page, I'm actually going to set up an email sequence. So this arrow is actually really wrong too. Let's change that. Let's go ahead and change it and we'll make it perfect. So I'm going to go to the, let's see, to the eraser, if it'll let me. It won't let me. So I'm going to just take the pen and I'm going to actually take this first email, which is the welcome email. And this is the one that's going to actually have the link to be able to go to the thank you page. Because we do not want them to get this thank you page unless they've confirmed, right? That would totally suck if they were able to get it and they were not confirmed. It kind of nullifies your double opt-in. So we want to make sure they're confirmed to get it. So what we're going to do is we're going to send it their first email to them. And inside that first email is a link to the thank you page. Okay. So we're going to have to do a little bit more work in Mailing Boss, which is fine. Don't be scared. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into Mailing Boss again. And I'm here in the subscriber list area, and I'm going to go to my quick links. Actually, I'm just going to go to the home page. So I'll click Mailing Boss and go right back to the home page. And here's the fastest way to create a really fast email is to create a campaign. So I'm just going to go ahead and name it, and I'm going to say welcome email. Super simple. And let me start it off with lead magnet funnel training. There we go. Make it really descriptive. And then I'm going to choose which list it's attached to. And so right here, we've got the lead magnet funnel training, which is that list right there. So I'm going to attach this email to this list. So I'm going to click there, and then I'm going to continue. And now there's a couple of things I need to think about as I'm going through here. The lead magnet funnel campaign name, this is the welcome email. So it's welcome email, email number 1. And it says, what type of email is this? You've got a couple of choices. You've got a regular email or an autoresponder. A regular email is going to go out on a specific date at a specific time, like April 15th, because it's not too hot and not too cold. All you need is a light jacket. But if you want it part of an autoresponder where it goes out depending on what day they join. So if I join today, I get this email today. If I have another person that joins tomorrow, they'll get the email tomorrow instead of going out on a very specific date. This welcome email needs to be a part of an autoresponder. That way, every time you get a new subscriber, this email goes out to them. Okay, so I'm going to click autoresponder. And then we have a choice of sequence. We don't have a sequence for this, so we're going to leave it blank. Then the list name itself, it's connected to lead magnet funnel training. We have 0 subscribers right now. We're not going to choose a segment, but that's how you can actually shorten things and send only to a certain group of people. Lead score allows you to only send this email to people that have a lead score, meaning they've opened your email and they've clicked links. And if they've done that, they get a score. So you can send it to people that have a certain score, people that are definitely opening your emails and clicking your links. I'm just going to leave it blank.
Shelley, I have a question about the scores. Are they done automatically, or do you actually assign a score to every action that they take and then it's tallied up?
They're done automatically. If they open up your email, it increases their score. If they click a link in your email, it increases their score.
Okay, so there's nothing we do about that. That's an auto thing. So yeah.
It's very automated.
Okay.
The next one is tags. And this is a way to identify individuals based on something they've done that you've triggered a tag to be attached to them. We don't have any tags in this particular list because it's brand new. And if I did choose a tag, it would throw it into this field right here to show me what tags I was choosing to send this email to. But we'll leave both of those blank. And then I'm going to go to save and next. And the next step is to set up who am I sending this email from. And so I'm sending it from Tabitha, and it's from support@deltaentrepreneurs.com. My reply email address is no reply. That means if they get an email from me and then they click the reply button, the reply address is going to be no reply@deltaentrepreneurs.com. And that's because I don't want to check this email all the time to see if I'm getting emails from these people. I want it no reply so they know that this is not an email that I'm going to check. You, again, need to be conditioning your people as you run them through your funnels. And you don't want people to be using 15 different emails to contact you. You need an email that is set for your website, like support@ or admin@ or Shelley@, whatever it is that you decide to use. But that one email is your contact point for people that want to get a hold of you. Okay? So you don't want a bunch of emails going out that are just crazy emails. If you want to put that email there and then answer to that email, you can. But I always, when I'm sending out these autoresponder emails, I always put a no reply because it's too easy for people to just hit the reply button and send you crazy, wacky emails.
So
just-
that no reply email, is that an actual email, or is just, does it go anywhere, or you just put no?
It goes nowhere because I did not create an email for it. So if I created an email for it in my Rainloop account, then I could get them. But what happens is when you send these out, people reply, they grab your email, put it in their email list. There's a lot of things they do. So I just set it as no reply. So it just hangs out there in cyberspace forever. There's no email created where I'm going to receive it.
And where do you also set up all these 3 emails, the support, your name, first name at whatever you set it? So set those in the email, the mailing box. That's question.
No, you're going to set it up on your site list, on your little button that looks like an email, little email icon. You'll set that up there.
And then where do you check them? Where's your mailbox?
Same place. You'll go to that same place, and there's a little button that says webmail, and you'll check them there.
Okay. All right.
Yep. So we've got the from name, the from email, reply to email. And here we've got the to name, and that's a tag. It will automatically put their email in there for you. And so now we need to come up with a subject. So I'm going to say, welcome to Shelly's Trading. That's good enough. And then we've got some advanced features that you can look at. There's URL tracking, lots of neat stuff right here. There's a JSON feed, plain text, HTML, embed messages, XML feed. Do you need to know about all of these? No, I would say leave those advanced settings until you go through some advanced training. So make sure you set all the campaign stuff up, and then I'm going to take you to save and next. And here's the money shot. Here's where the email is at that I have to configure for this welcome email. So it comes up with just a standard stuff in here, and you can edit this email however you want to. There's some elements here that you can click and drag over to kind of make it designy, beautiful, prettify it, whatever you want to do. But in this email, I'm just going to put welcome, and I'm going to put a comma and then hit return. And I'm going to put my little cursor right there, and I'm going to go and get the tag that I need for the first name. So the tag is actually F name. So I'm going to click this button, and I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to find F name. So scroll, scroll, scroll. Oh my gosh, there's so many of these. There it is right there. So all I'm going to do is click on it, and now it says welcome F name. So when they get this email, for me, it would say welcome Shelly, or for Phoenix, it would say welcome Phoenix. It's whatever they put in that first name field. Okay. If they type in that their first name is Butthead, they're going to get an email that says welcome Butthead. So whatever they put in for that first name is going to be there. So then you put the information that you want in there, and then you say, click here to get your free download. Okay. And right here is where I'm going to put the link to my thank you page. Right here. But I have to find the link. I don't have the link yet because I haven't published my pages. So
sorry to interrupt, Sherry. The question was asked earlier about if I forward that this email to somebody will click on that unsubscribe list and unsubscribe me for your list. But why would you send this with the unsubscribe button right there? I gotta delete that before I forward it to somebody else.
Yeah, Gabriel, you would know that, but probably most people would not.
Just to answer that question, I apologize.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Yeah, most people would not know that, and they would blindly just forward it. I mean, and how do I know that? Because people blindly forward me so many emails that are ridiculous. I love the one that I got just recently talking about Mel Gibson and how he was, his face was destroyed in an accident, and a philanthropist came and actually paid millions of dollars to fix his face so he could be an actor. And then he abandoned him and like doesn't even talk to him anymore. And I've gotten that email how many times? People forward that, and it's not true. It's not true. So if they're forwarding crap like that and they're not even looking at it, they're never going to think about getting rid of this unsubscribe URL. It is not going to be in their wheelhouse to think about. So,
like for example, did you ever get an email with a whole list attached?
Oh yeah, no, never.
I often got that. It's great, and I just take them all.
Yeah. Never. If you don't know, if you don't expect an email that has an attachment, don't open it.
Yeah,
That's- Yeah, that's rule of thumb. If you're not expecting that attachment, do not open it because there's just too many ways to get malware and spyware and stuff like that. But anyway, what we need to do for this area, this click here, is we need to get the link for our thank you page. And we don't have a link yet because we haven't published. So I'm going to go back to my HTML editor and I'm just going to go ahead and click save and then save again. We'll make sure everything is saved. And now I'm going to actually go in and publish my pages. So I have to go back to my site list. I'm going to go to Builders, Pixel Perfect, and My Sites. And we're going to make it public, which means we're going to put it out there on the internet. So I'm going to find my funnel that I just created. So right here, lead magnet funnel training. And all I need to do is go to this little world icon where it says publish. And I'm going to click publish. And then OK. And I have to wait a couple seconds because it's doing something magical in the background. And as it does something magical in the background, it reloads. And when it reloads, it shows me the name again, but this time it's blue. That means that is a clickable link. So if I click on it, it takes me to my live page. And I'm now live on the internet. But I need to find out what my address is for the thank you page.
So that technically your URL for this page is what we see in the browser up there, correct?
That's it. You can all get there right now. It's actually live.
Would that be compliant to Google and Facebook? And what would that be considered an affiliate link, or would that
No,
be?
it's compliant. It's compliant. There's no real affiliate link here. If you had an affiliate link, there'd be a question mark and then like AID equals. Yeah, it'd be a lot different.
So that's compliant. That's all good.
Yeah, it's compliant. So I'm going to go back to my HTML editor. And here I am in the thank you page. And I need to get the exact name of the page so that I can send them straight to the thank you page. So I'm just going to go into my pages. And I'm going to go into my layout. And there's the thank you page. So I'm going to click my gear. And the address is what I'm looking for. So if you remember the address, I named it thank you. And you can't put any spaces in an address. So it's just one word, thank you. So I'm going to copy that. And I'm going to go back to my live site. And here's the actual link to the first page. I'm going to add the name of my page at the end to get to the thank you page. So I'm going to do a slash and then paste. So now you can see I have that original URL, a /, and then the word thank you, which is the name of that page, the address of that page. So if I click that and hit enter, that should take me straight to the thank you page. And then from here, I can actually click download and it will download the document. So the entire link that I have to put in the email is right here. So I'm going to click copy. And then I'm going to go back into Mailing Boss. Right here where it says click here, I'm going to go all the way over to this magical toolbar. And you'll see that there's like a chain link. And when you hover over it, it says link. I'm going to click that. And I get to put the link for that page right here. And then the text is, of course, click here. We already know that. I don't have to put a title in there. The target is new window. I can set everything exactly the way it is. I don't have to change anything else. And I can click OK. And so now I've created the first email in a sequence. And it's going to say, welcome, Shelly. It's going to have a little bit of text in there. And then it's going to have a text that they can click to be able to go to that thank you page and get their download. So I've done everything to set that up. And I'm going to click Save and Next.
Shelly, can that be a new tab instead of a new window?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
You can change it. That's
Yep.
changeable or editable? Okay. Thank
New
you.
window for this system is the same thing as a new tab.
So it's not a new window, it's actually a new tab.
Yeah, the wording is a little bit different. Yeah.
Okay. So if I wanted a new window, could I get that?
It's going to do that because remember, you're in an email. You're collecting your email somewhere. So if you're in
okay.
Gmail, if you're in whatever, it's going to automatically open to a new window anyway.
Well, there's a, okay.
Does
Thank
that
you.
make sense?
Well, there's a big difference to me in a window and a tab. So it's going to open in the next tab. It's not opening in a new window in front of everything.
Right. Yep, it'll go to a new tab.
Okay.
And then this area right here, this is when do you want to send your email? The first thing, there's a couple options. I can send after they subscribe or after they open another email. Well, considering this is the first email they're going to get in the sequence, I can't choose the second one. So I got to choose the first one. So I'm going to choose after they subscribe. And then I have to set the time period of when it's supposed to send based on when they subscribe. So in this situation, I want it to send out immediately. So I'm going to set it for 0 days. What that means is immediately I want you to send this out. And then the next button is, who do you want to send it to? Do you want it to send to future subscribers or everybody that's current and future subscribers? Well, my subscriber list is empty, so I'm just going to send it to future subscribers. So I'm going to click that. And then down here, I'm going to just make sure everything is accurate. We even have a spam checker. And I think a score of 5 is good, but I can never remember if it's 0 good or 5 good. But you want to make sure you're checking your spam words and stuff like that for sure before you send it out. Like, don't have the words free in there. Don't have extra exclamation points in there. Don't have excessive links in there. All those are spam triggers. But once you verify everything here, then you're going to click Save and Activate. Save and Activate is critical because there is a way to create these emails and they're in pause mode, which means you've made them, you've set them up, they're fabulous, but they're not activated, so they're not going to send. So you need to click Save and Activate, and that will not only save your email, but it will also activate the email. So if you look, right here's the email that we created, and if I look right over here, there's this magical pause button. That means if I click it, it's going to pause that email and not send it. So be aware that if you don't have emails going out, check to make sure that you're not paused, that you are indeed active. Okay, that's the #1 thing that you do first if your email is not going out, is check and see if your email is even active. Okay, so now we've got that email set up and ready to go. And I believe that is like everything we need to do. So I think we can actually test it now with a live email. So let me go ahead and go to the main page. And what I'm going to do is copy this and I'm going to put it into chat so that you guys can set it try it out too. So I put that in there and then I'm going to jump back in and try it out myself. So here's the live page. I'm going to go to Shelly and Shelly@yahoo.com. No, that's not it. Skydiving Diva. Skydivingdiva@yahoo.com, and I'll click Get Your Free Stuff today. And it sent me to the wrong page. So we're going to go ahead and check and see what's going on with the page. And it might have been that I didn't refresh it, but I'll check it anyway. So I'm going to go back to my opt-in form. And I'll right-click it, and I'll go to Change URL. And it's changed all my actions. Sometimes it does really weird stuff like that. So I'm just going to go to here and page. And this one was my email confirmation page. Change this one here and page. And this one is my, no, this one's my email confirmation page. This one was my, no, I'm trying to think here. No, I did it right. I'm losing my mind. There we go. So email confirmation, thank you page, and then opt-in page. There we go. And confirm. And confirm. And now we'll double check our configure to make sure it's configured right. And it is. So we're going to go ahead and close that. And I'll click save. And save again. And remember me telling you the ugly page that they have? I would much rather send them to my email confirmation page than this ugly, ugly, ugly email confirmation page. It's just but ugly, and we don't like it. So we can make our own confirmation page. So that's the value in that. So I'm going to go back to the live version. So I'm going to go lead magnet funnel training, and I'll click refresh to make sure we got it all nice and neat. And we're going to try this again. So Shelly and Shelly at builderalldiva.com. So I'll click Get Free Stuff today. And now it's taken me to my email confirmation page exactly like it's supposed to do. So the next step I need to do is check my email and see if I got the email and then click the confirm. So I'm going to go and open up this email. Let me see if I can find it here.
Shelley, I just tested it in the background for you as well. I've got to the email confirmation page so far.
Good deal. Well, I'm actually in my email, and here's my subscribe confirm email. So if I click that, it actually shows that email confirmation that I have to click right here. So when I click this, it should take me to the thank you page. Is that right? Yeah. So click. There we go. So I got the download link. And then the next interesting thing is that my welcome email is going to have that thank you page link as well. So if I check and see my email, I should get a welcome email that also has that same link to the thank you page. So just in case I didn't get it the first time I went, the welcome email will send me there as well. Okay, so we're just waiting on the welcome email.
I got your subscription confirmation email so far.
Yay. So there's the welcome email. And if I click that, there's my welcome information. It says welcome Shelley, yay me. And I can click here to, again, go to the thank you page.